Welcome back, everyone, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today, the Hornets will be returning home to take on the New Mexico State Aggies. Both teams are winless on the season as New Mexico State's 0-3, while Westlake is 0-2. New Mexico State's losses come to Baylor getting killed, then getting not killed. Baylor lost by 7 against TCU. And then getting killed by the number 14th ranked UCF Knights, as New Mexico State has struggled the past few seasons now in the Big 12. Meanwhile, Westlake is 0-2, but they should be 2-0. They deserve to win both of those games, but they choked at the end. Of course, their opening game of the season against Texas, who is now ranked number 3. That game went down to the wire. Westlake was up by multiple possessions in the fourth quarter, but they lost due to a missed field goal from their freshman kicker, Matt Fellows. And then last week against Boston College, their defense just couldn't keep up, and that game ended up going into triple overtimes, but Boston College got a 2-point conversion in the third overtime, and Westlake didn't. So Boston College was able to win that game, even though Westlake was certainly the better team in that performance. New Mexico State is led by senior quarterback Michael Smith, a player that Westlake was going after and recruiting a number of years ago. They really wanted him, but I guess it's worked out because they have Champ Britton. New Mexico State got the ball first, but their drive lasted only 34 seconds. Against Westlake's so far atrocious defense, might I add, as Britton's going to look to throw it here on first down. Britton has a man deep. It's Michael Wilson, the sophomore. The first play from scrimmage for the Westlake offense is a 43-yard touchdown from Britton to Wilson. And just 1 minute into this game, the Hornets, who did not start this game with the football, are on the board. An update from our good friends at EA Sports, as the number 12 Clemson Tigers get upset by a quarterback by the name of Hooker, as Virginia Tech wins their first game of the year by a final score of 22-10. Michael Smith has been the starting quarterback for the Aggies since he was a true freshman, now a senior. He's been very disappointing in his career, and this year has proven to be the same, as he's not thrown a touchdown yet. He breaks a tackle but still loses 2 yards. That's the sophomore Brock Rivero, who's played very well so far this season despite the Westlake defense as a whole being pretty terrible. This Westlake team did get a new offensive coordinator last season, Doc Halliday, and he is really experienced, and that is shown with this offense as Alex Ellis gets the handoff. Ellis has a first down. There he goes. Actually brought down after a gain of 22 at the 30-yard line. It is 2nd and 8 at the 28. Britton and Ellis in the backfield per usual is Champ Britton. He has a man open up the middle. That's Dustin Schwend. Schwend breaks the tackle. Touchdown. Westlake is the senior wideout with the score, and the Hornets extend their lead. 4th down and 1 at the 42. New Mexico State's going to go for it. I love this call from the Aggies. They need some momentum, and I think this could do that. It's an option. Michael Smith fakes out the Hornets defense. Smith eventually brought down by Leon Moore. It is 3rd down and 4 at the 14-yard line for New Mexico State. Can they convert, as they are now in the red zone? 3 players in the backfield: Ingram, Smith, and Thorne. Michael Smith, he's going to find his man. That's Trevor Adams for the Aggie touchdown, and they're on the board. That was Michael Smith's first passing touchdown this season. What an accomplishment for Smith. Wink, wink, as Dustin Schwend in motion. Britton wrapped up like Christmas presents. I don't know, I couldn't think there. Brain fart. As that's Javon Fowler. First quarter in the books, and Westlake has certainly been the better team, but New Mexico State does look like they are starting to figure it out, especially on offense. As it's 3rd down and 1. Britton scrambling. He has a man deep. That's Ayoa Aluko, the junior, for a big gain of 34 yards. Champ Britton so far is 6 for 6, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's been excellent today, and that's why Westlake has the number 1 passing offense in the country. As Britton, under pressure, he fumbles the football, and it's going to be recovered by the Aggies as Westlake turns it over in the red zone. Are you kidding me? Let's see if New Mexico can capitalize off this amazing opportunity that they've been given by this wonderful Westlake offensive line, as it's a handoff for Thorne. Ever hear of that name in Burmester? As for redshirt freshman Leon Moore, who's had an up and down start, makes the tackle. That's going to be a loss of 2. Nice tackle right there from Moore, who is projected to be the 3 safety for the next 4 seasons. Let's see if he can live up to the hype as Michael Smith wrapped up. That's Andrew Thurman, the senior, who of course is starting for the injured Isaac Solomon. He makes the play. Now it's 3rd and 16. I forgot to mention this, but Westlake does have a few players visiting as recruits, most notably 4-star wide receiver Nigel Wiggins. As Smith, he's going to look deep, and that's Wesley McNamara, the sophomore, who picks that ball off, and the Hornets have some really good starting field position. Westlake only has 1 more first down than New Mexico State. I guess that's because of all the big plays Westlake has, aka like maybe 2. As Champ Britton, he's going to look up the middle. He finds the true freshman, Everett Lemieux, for a 21-yard score. Lemieux has been playing some really good football so far this season, and that is going to extend Westlake's lead. Little fun fact about Westlake's schedule is that every one of their opponents is a Power 5 school. Hard to believe that New Mexico State is, but they are in the Big 12. That is bearing a bowl game. Who knows, maybe Westlake will return to the Las Vegas Bowl for a 4th straight season, as Dustin Schwend has been playing very well today. Gets a nice gain of 41 yards. Champ Britton has still not thrown an interception today, as Westlake has only been in the red zone once today, and they did not score. Remember, Champ Britton fumbled as Alex Ellis gets the handoff. Ellis running around defenders untouched like weekend homework. Touchdown, Westlake. New Mexico State's offense knows that they need to put the pedal to the metal. They want any chance of winning this game, as it's 1st and 15 after a false start penalty. As Smith under pressure. That's the senior Chad Langford with the sack, setting up a 2nd and 25. Champ Britton suffered back spasms. He is in the game, so he is okay. 8 seconds left. Westlake is out of timeout, so if they are under pressure or can't find anyone, then Champ Britton needs to throw it away. But it doesn't matter, as Michael Wilson makes the catch in the end zone. Britton's 4th of the half. I believe that ties his personal record, and we haven't even headed to the locker rooms yet. We have another studio update from EA Sports, as number 7 Stanford taking on Arizona State, and we got a close one. 2 touchdowns so far from Jack Jackson, as the Cardinal trying to keep that undefeated season alive. Westlake's first 2 games looked suspenseful and entertaining at halftime. This game, however, is not suspenseful at all. The Hornets are up by 28. Here to start the 3rd quarter is Dustin Schwend. He's going to start this one off for a gain of 24. It is 2nd down and 9 at the 27. Britton and Ellis in the backfield for the Hornets per usual, as it's going to be a pass. Champ Britton scrambling under pressure. He's sacked for a loss of 9 yards. Nice play from Brian Parker. Champ Britton has a bruised hand. He will return soon, but this may be the biggest play in Westlake history. Can Matt Fellows actually make a decently long field goal? He cannot. It was 3rd down and 3. It looked like New Mexico State would probably convert. Now it's 3rd down and 8 after a false start penalty. That is a killer. As Smith, under pressure, he's going to be sacked. Brock Rivero and Andrew Thurman both there. That's Thurman who will get credited with the sack, but Brock Rivero was also there as well. Looking at Matt Fellows so far in his young career, he is 2 for 2 when it comes to kicking field goals on the road, which is just last week. And he is 0 for 3 at home, so he must not like kicking field goals here in Burmester, as Champ Britton launching a nuke. You might as well call him Kim Jong-un, as he connects with Everett Lemieux. It is now 1st and goal at about the 3 or 4 yard line after a face mask penalty from the Aggies, as Champ Britton's going to look to throw it. Britton, he is an open man. That's Everett Lemieux for the touchdown, and Champ Britton has now thrown 5 touchdowns in this game, the most he has ever done, as Lemieux catches his 2nd of the game. We have another studio update presented by EA Sports, as the Sun Devils take the lead over Stanford 28-24 with 13:26 to go in the 4th quarter. If I were you, I'd considering flipping channels to this game, but if you're a hardcore Westlake fan, you're going to be sticking around. And then Alabama taking on Georgia, a rematch of last year's SEC championship game, as the Crimson Tide hold a slight lead, 24-21. Alabama 1-2 so far this season, but they are still number 9 in the country. We still have a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter, but I don't think the Aggie fans can take another breath, as it's 3rd down and 10. Can they convert? Shocker, shocker, they don't, as that's QJ Casimir with the tackle for a loss of 4, as Rick Thorne was just covered clearly, and that was a bad awareness from Michael Smith. 46 yards for Matt Fellows. I know it's not going to happen, but a man can dream. It's up. Man, that's tough. That's just tough. He had it, and he just missed. Come on, Matt. Not that it really matters. I would not be surprised if Westlake played their senior punter Kevin McKinney at kicker, as well as punter. Might I add, that guy is a cannon. As Michael Smith looking to throw it. Smith has an open man deep. That's Howard. And that's going to be 30 yards for Charlie Howard. New Mexico State is still putting in effort. Good for them. And Westlake starters are all still in the game, might I add. As Trevor Adams in motion, he is going to enter the backfield. Michael Smith keeps it. Toss for Adams. What a play right there for New Mexico State. If only they could have ran that in the first quarter, and maybe we'd have a game. We have another studio update. I'm curious about the 2 games that we just recently looked at, as Stanford added a touchdown from Brant, and they now have the lead over the Sun Devils. Still 8:39 left to go in quarter number 4. That looks like a really good game of Pac-12 action. Westlake plays their first Pac-12 game next week against Colorado. In both of Westlake's games so far this season, they have choked away leads in the fourth quarter. Will they do that again today? I can't imagine. Britton on 1st and goal is sacked for a loss of 8 by James Beck. Westlake is going 5 wide for some odd reason, as Britton has a wide open effort at Lemieux in the end zone. Lemieux's 3rd touchdown of the game. That is a school record. Britton's 6th passing touchdown of the game. And I think we are hearing Heisman cheers right now in this crowd. And for good reason, as Britton has played the most complete game of his career. Another studio update here presented by EA Sports, as Arizona State was able to tack on a touchdown, and the Sun Devils now have the lead 35-31 over Stanford. Very curious to see who ends up winning. New Mexico State is a whopping 2 for 10 on 3rd downs today. Let's see if they can fail to convert again, as Michael Smith connects with Thorne, who gets a 1st down. Rick Thorne eventually running out of bounds. It is 2nd down and 10 for New Mexico State. 3:53 to go. As let's see if this offense can put on some more points. Not that really anyone in this stadium cares. As Michael Smith, he has time. No, he doesn't. That's QJ Casimir with the sack for a loss of 7. What an all-around performance today from Westlake. They were straight up the better team, as here goes Ellis down the field. Will he try to take it in the end zone? Yes, he will. As he ran into Everett Lemieux, he started stumbling, and he's just going to brag right into the New Mexico State Aggies' face. Expect Ellis to get a fine for that. Oh, wait, this is college football. These guys don't get paid. Fix your mindset, NCAA. Even our studio update is the Arizona State Sun Devils indeed get the upset victory over Stanford 35-31. 2 touchdowns from Benjamin, 2 from Jack Jackson, and the Cardinals lose their first game of the year, and Alabama survives in a must-win game against the Georgia Bulldogs despite 2 touchdowns from Mark Lowry. Mac Jones with 3 passing touchdowns of his own despite a very low completion percentage. This game is now over. What a performance from Westlake. Just an all-around really good team win. The offense dominated. Champ Britton was outstanding. The defense had by far their best game of the year. And the Hornets improved to 1-2 as they win it 56-14.